Yo ho ho. Oh, I think I might try to take my controller and play off
Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas,
remote play
at A&G Carter Stadium.
my
Anytime the TCU
computer game next week.
Frogs take the field, they have a standard,
I don't think I'm gonna love the
to
console.
live up to. One that was established by the
From
likes
Wednesday
of
to Saturday,
Swing
we're going to
Sammy
Hilton
Long,
Head,
Daniel
baby.
Bryan, and LaDainian Tomlinson. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's where you prove you belong.
Kind of the first game week vacation. I've been to the beach a couple times, but that's when we lived before then. You know, I lived close enough to drive there and back for the day, so I don't really count that as a vacation. So first time family overnight at the beach.
But decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback.
Exciting times.
First down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Look at him coming off the edge.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The running back has it. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And
nice spin off the ball.
In there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Such a big decision early in the game. On your opening drive, 3rd and short, you run it, you don't pick it up, and now you're just inches away from getting it. I'm not going to be surprised, guys, if they decide to run it here again.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sampson. Pressure coming. Fires to the right. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Going up top on 1st down. On target. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He throws one to the left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Check out.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Looking for a physical attack from the guns. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him.
No.
He's got it.
Fuck.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. Fighting off the defender. At midfield, he's got room. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
$58. Come on, dog. Switching that ball.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field.
Opt out.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense
What are you doing?
brings it to an end.
That's what's so scary about this
Where's your
offense.
cup?
They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
It's 1st down from the 11. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can
Hold on,
tell
I'll
they
get you a
put the hit
cup.
on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll test the right side. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is blocked. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score.
Yeah. Is that not walk off or a tackle?
They had the extra point blocked. Now the kickoff unit out there and hoping things go a little smoother.
That's crazy.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Sampson. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it and advance and get what he can get.
Power football with the run. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Utah State.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yo, Yak, what up?
Sounds as if they
Man,
had
I
a
didn't
good
see
one
it.
there. TCU will send its
Unless you
offense
just said
back
it.
onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so...
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Running inside the 20. He's now up to 71 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Third and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And that ball is picked off. Smashes through. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lets one fly deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
After the misfire now on second down. To the air, it's Sampson. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that well. Good coverage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Yeah, I blocked
As
the
they
edge.
get set to snap it, time
Sorry.
winding down here in the quarter.
Yeah, I did. I blocked it.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They're trying to get to it. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up his first period with a huge gain.
First one I've got in a long time, and it's kind of overdue, but unfortunately I hated to get it in this game. I wish I would have gotten one in the national title game.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield. They're usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action. Slide and give him the rock.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal.
Get in there, boys!
And to the end zone he goes.
Get them ready.
Touchdown, Utah State. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth
bum.
yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
TCU 6.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pulled the
Here, at least
positives,
cut
right?
it back
We
into
moved the
a
football
guy.
down the field. We had a chance
Why
to
am I
score,
getting
but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
This running back loves running into the
Go
teeth
back
of the
down.
defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got
Zone
some
blitzing.
speed.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now first and 10.
Is Dex like running RPOs?
The give is to Williams.
Oh, he ran right into his back.
Turns it on in midfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. He now has 61 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener.
Gosh. I don't like it. I don't like this.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single running back.
That was just me missing tackle by being bad.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, it's a nice run there to
Look at
keep
that.
the drive going, get the first down. I'll
Terrible
tell you
by
guys,
me.
I'm impressed so far by this offense and their ability to run it early.
What up, dog? What the? Is this? You can change your name, right?
And the Horned
Touchdown.
Frogs will line it up on first and 10.
What's happening?
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. They're working that left side.
Fumble.
And they'll
I'm
finally
good. I'm
get
good.
it
You?
down
How
after
are
a
you?
terrific
What's
pickup.
up? What's new?
QBs,
What's
when
happening?
you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when
How's
you
it
have
going?
a good pocket and you've got
You
time
work a
to
job?
throw.
How's it
You get a
going?
little bit of
You
time
go to
to throw.
school? Is it over? Your
Guys
summer
with your
break?
eyes, that drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Welcome.
It's first and 10 from the 13. Leaves it with the
Drop the
running
block.
back.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but
Ah,
equals a
what up?
first down every couple
What
carries, so
it
don't
do?
forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Okay, Dubberton.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
K De Niro. K Money Swag. K Cash.
The give.
Make the tackle.
He locked up and held on to bring
What,
it
K
down.
Hill?
Great job
Downhill.
contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Too bad the old Gibberton got ran into the dessert by
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring.
who I thought might have been a guy to get us
From the
some.
gun, wants to pass. He
But
took a
that
hit
was
deep
false.
and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dialed
Yeah,
up the pass
and the
play.
greatest
Quarterback was
offense in the
trying to get through his
world.
progressions. There was just
Snooki.
simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Playing.
Just drives it between the
Definitely
uprights.
better than that BC
We
offense
check in with Kevin
that you
Connors. What's
claim
going
is the
on, Kevin?
best.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan Hare, but
Hey,
it's
man,
not exactly
hey.
Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This
I
game
endorsed
is a
it
long
before
way
I knew
from
all
being
the
over. They're up by 10 over Washington
fuckery that
State.
happened.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those
I didn't
guys
know he
are
was going to be
keeping an eye on it
a
for us.
czar
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense.
and dictator.
David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a
Get
great
the-
job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything
Look
seems
again.
to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Sampson. He's right on target.
Pushing.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Boy,
No,
could they
don't
use
name
a
your favorite.
conversion on 3rd and short from their own
More about
24.
that.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Well, the offense tries to pick up that first by running it on
Oh,
3rd
yes.
down. No can do, and that's really been the theme all game long. This defense has just been better at the point of attack, shutting down this run game.
Utah State will be forced to send out
Bad
the
look.
punt team. This will be the second time
Bad
they've
showing
had
by
to
the
kick it
offense.
away.
Worse when I talk crap.
Just
You
needs
jam up.
a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Thank you.
Fires and
Take it back.
picked off. Got room on the
Get
return.
in there.
He's at
Stretch.
the 20.
Stretch. Stretch.
Touchdown, Aggies! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he makes the extra point.
You got 8 people rocking
They're
in here.
lining
What
up
up?
to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
No, it says 5 on the screen. It says 8 on the Twitch.
He was
Manager.
bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
You're a little long there, K-Dub. K-Dub TV.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning.
A little haircut.
Give to the running back. Get some
Listen,
work done there. Pick
ankle
up a 4
biters.
to the 22. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always
Good
see
God.
where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
So you're an LA person.
Off play action on first down. Looking deep.
Oh,
And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. and
My knife,
defense
I'm gonna
made
have
it.
to
They're
chill
lucky
my
that one
knife.
wasn't picked.
Now on second down after the
have to go
incompletion.
snooze.
Looking for a crease to the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
It's like a knife squeeze.
A little less room to work with now. The ball's
Uncovered.
at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sampson. And that ball's free behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble.
Try to get out of there.
Bad, unfortunate bounce. And the offense pounces back on.
Here comes the field goal.
Freshman kicker with like 67 accuracy.
Right down the boulevard.
But like
It's
91
good.
power.
And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little
Still
bit
got
more
about
with that possession and
8
give themselves an
to 10 more
opportunity
yards
to
and a
score
full
touchdown.
power
But
snap.
listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on
What a
offense.
pass.
Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
My wife.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
It's gonna be here.
He's looking to throw. Ball in the air, intercepted.
It's too easy, Gags. Come on,
Close
man.
in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. 2 interceptions already for this linebacker. Unbelievable job understanding passing situation, how to get in passing lanes, how to get his second pick. Dude,
Good out
he's
there.
going to the sidelines, bragging to the DBs. I got way
I
more
laid
picks
all
than
my
you.
clothes on the suitcase
The
though,
give
because
to
I didn't
the
know
tailback.
how you wanted to pack it.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about
Guess
making
you're
it
the
easy
only
for an
one.
offensive coordinator. Pick up a bunch of yards
Gotta
on
get
first
done.
down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job.
Where's
by
your
the offense.
clothes at? It is? What's the suitcase on the bed? Oh.
Back to throw, it's Sampson. They're bringing heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good
that
about
was
up
meant
front.
because
They
the
won
one
right
on the
there,
bed's
getting
got
to the
nothing in it.
quarterback, creating a negative play.
I have all the
These
kids'
guys start
clothes
winning more of
on the
those
bed ready
because
to
they
put
are
in there.
finding themselves in a hole
I already
here
have
early
all
in
the
the game.
stuff.
And they
All
don't
their
want
stuff
to
is
waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's like I made but you got your barbecue still in there and you'll be eating. I don't know how good it will be. When did I get that? Thursday?
Running out of time here in
The
the
fruit-
first half.
the
They're gonna
fruit's
have
all
to be
ready
efficient
to
put
go.
some points on the board before the break.
Yeah. Strawberries are cooked.
Trying to find his man on first down. He wants it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
If I'm usually surprised if you're here,
Yeah, and now this offense.
I'd say that'd
building
be better
that
than
lead. It's
the
still first
microwave.
half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone.
It's no later than 8.
Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things
no
to
later
talk
than
about.
8.
You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
At least
We'll
have
give
half
him a
the day
couple
there.
on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And it's a nice job by this defense.
Leave
Understanding
earlier
that
than
QB is a
7.
threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker to the ground.
I'm gonna have half the day. It's gonna be it. Like,
Let's see what
late
they've
it's
got
2
on
o'clock.
second
It
down.
doesn't get dark until 8:30. What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow?
Hand off from the shotgun.
Impact.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get it through the air. He finds his
For the
man.
most part.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They go to the ground. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards.
Are we gonna take that big
That's when
cooler?
They need 8 on second down.
Are we gonna take that?
Back to pass. It's Sampson. Feeling some
We're gonna
heat.
take the wine.
Quarterback can pull the trigger and down. He
We're gonna
goes
take that
at the
wine?
41. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off.
State.
Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones,
Go fit in there?
guys in my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening, throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making
Told them the
life
beach
easy
is
for these
going to
running
come
backs.
faster if they go to bed.
Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the side.
William was up about 5 to minutes before we got here. Come and get water.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run. Now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend.
I don't know why he develops that
Do
cough.
I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Dexter.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice
they got
blocking. How
appliances,
about the
right?
running back? You could tell
They got an
the
oven.
speed, the wheels, does a great job getting
I
down
wonder
the
if
field.
they
making
gotta
a
have
huge
hands,
rush.
right?
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yardage situations, the goal-to-go situations. I got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. The 40, the 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Utah State. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you
never
got?
lose
Fellas, I think at least
championship
a portion
game
of your audience will have an
games.
interest in the one
I got an
that
old
just finished up. Oregon State
my prime.
somehow, some way, found a way there in Corvallis and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game.
Fill up
there.
that water
Thanks for the update.
Sorry. Next.
TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
I was gonna
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short.
Some of the pillows and stuff for air freshener, but I can't find my little small spray bottles.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Utah State 38, TCU 9.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give is to Williams. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man and they convert. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got him downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hard Rock.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but you got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have that thing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to run it back. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Okay, we just have the, we gotta pick the stroller.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They'll run it to the right. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Where's that under?
My car.
Maybe we should listen to that.
All right.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Yeah.
If anything, I can just follow.
Scanning the field, it's Sampson. Got his man in the middle. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
And the Aggies are flying down the field. The give as they work on that clock. Continuing to churn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push.
Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
They'll line up to go for 2. They're going to run it. They'll get the 2-point conversion, and now the lead is 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
Looking downfield, it's Sampson getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got room at the 35. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Hold on.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it from the gun. pulled down for the tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control. I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Should we give him Elaine her iPad back for the trip?
she can share with William. No, I don't think so. She might get it done
I
there.
mean, it's not working. But she still hasn't got her ears pierced. I don't think she really cares.
Okay. All right.
Crap, I was gonna buy headphones.
Buy headphones for who?
Actually, Maya has her ones from school.
Can't get a week one by. Sheesh.
They're coming with these fries.
All right.